Dominic Thiem, remember him? The big-hitting Austrian has been absent from the ATP Tour since June 2021, plagued by a wrist injury and rumours, played down by Thiem himself, of depression. But boy, has tennis missed him. The brute force of his shots, the sheer drama of his matches, and his consistent ability to go toe-to-toe with the very best have made him one of the sport's most popular assets. His expected return will come almost 18 months after turning his huge potential into a long-awaited maiden Grand Slam title. But since then, he's had to sit and watch as Daniil Medvedev replaced him as the US Open champ, while Novak Djokovic cleaned up at the other 3 slams. That victory in New York was Thiem's last title of any kind. His most recent match win was in Rome last May, but his time will come again. He is, to borrow a phrase used by soccer managers, like a new signing for the ATP Tour. Tennis's most exciting player is back. Flushing Meadows, September 2020. Dominic Thiem is down 2-0 against Alexander Zverev in the final of the US Open men's singles. He dropped only 1 set in a fairly unhurried route to the showpiece, but this was a code red situation. No player had won the crown from this position in more than 70 years. But as the match wore on and the rallies got longer, Zverev's certainty wavered. Thiem clawed his way back. Even after being down 3-5 in the decider, the Austrian responded brilliantly and eventually took the trophy after a tiebreak. Website Sportco named it one of the 5 best men's singles matches of the year. Thiem was also involved in 3 of the other 4. Sports Illustrated had him as MVP for 2020 and nominated his ATP Finals match with Novak Djokovic as the match of the year. Djokovic said Thiem was too good in that 7-5, 6-7, 7-6 victory. So, what makes him such a threat? Part of it is the power and accuracy of his shots, against which even the big 3 have struggled. In 2019, only Nicolas Basilashvili averaged a higher ground stroke speed than Thiem. It has enabled him to become a danger on all surfaces, following up his strong clay results early in his career with improved showings on hard courts, winning his first Masters 1000 title in Indian Wells before that US Open triumph and 2 ATP Tour Finals runners-up spots. So why is his return so hotly anticipated? What separates him from similar talents like Medvedev or Zverev? Well, the data shows some interesting trends. Plotting the win percentages since 2019 of the current top 10, plus Thiem and Federer, does not throw up any surprises. Djokovic and Rafael Nadal are at over 85% of matches won, with the rest of the field sitting between 65 and 80%. Thiem is well below average at 69%. However, when looking at just matches against top 5 opponents, Thiem's win percentage jumps to 71%, with the rest of the field dropping significantly. The Austrian played 14 matches against top 5 opposition since 2019, winning 10. His 4 losses came at the hands of Djokovic in Melbourne and Madrid, Nadal at Roland Garros, and Medvedev in London. Djokovic himself won only 53% of matches against the top 5 in that same period, with Andrei Rublev being the only player, other than Thiem, to also have a winning record. The stats get even more interesting when looking at matches against players ranked 6 to 10. Thiem's win percentage drops right down to 58% against this group, while every other player in the top 10, aside from Zverev and Rublev, improve their figures. But delve even further and we find that Thiem is the only player on the ATP Tour in that period to have a better winning record against players ranked higher than him compared to lower. Djokovic, as a long-time world number 1, is a notable exception. Thiem's world ranking during this period floated between 4 and 8. He met most of his higher-ranked opponents at the quarter or semi-final stages of tournaments, while if he lost early, it would be to lower-ranked players. So what does this tell us? It means that whenever he's beaten, Thiem opens up tournament draws for other players to flourish, either by removing high-seeded players or, in defeat, allowing opportunities for others to progress through the draw. One such beneficiary was Dusan Lajovic, who defeated Thiem in round 2 on his way to the 2019 Monte Carlo final. These upsets and the entertaining matches Thiem gets involved in create a buzz around tournaments much earlier than the usual semi-final Saturday or final Sunday. His 2021 Australian Open third-round match against home favourite Nick Kyrgios pulled in 1.8 million viewers on domestic station Channel 9, a figure 5 times higher than the final that year. Sure, they came for Kyrgios, but they stayed for Thiem, who performed another fight back from 2 sets down. It's this heady mix of heavy ground strokes, determined application and sheer entertainment that's made Thiem such a popular player. And when he returns, he's likely to be ranked somewhere around 20 in the world. Higher ranked players will want to avoid him, while those lower ranked players will believe they have a shot. It will make him both a dangerous dark horse and a potential gateway to the latter stages.
If you enjoyed this video, you can find it and other content just like it on Popcorn Tennis. Popcorn Tennis is the home to diverse tennis content, from opinion pieces to statistical analysis and everything in between. You can find them at popcorntennis.com, and if you'd like to be a contributor, then drop an email to the address below.